Hey, love. If you've ever looked back at a situation and thought, I wish I'd asked more questions before I got this deep in, this one's for you. I'm Sasha Sage, your self life big sister, here to help you stop shrinking for love, raise your standards, and build a life that feels gentle, not draining. In the other episode, we talked about the ways women shrink themselves in dating. Today, we're talking about 3 conversations you need to have before you give yourself or someone full access to your heart, your body, and your everyday life. Because it's not enough to say, I have standards. You also have to be willing to slow down and actually talk about them. If you're ready to stop chasing and start choosing yourself, follow me and let's rebuild your love life, your confidence, and your peace together. Today is another day of choosing yourself, and it starts now. Okay, guys, let's start here. Chemistry is not clarity. You can have incredible chemistry with someone who's completely wrong for the season you're in. You can laugh, flirt, feel butterflies, and still have absolutely no idea how they handle stress, what they want long term, or whether they have the capacity to show up for you consistently. Now, a lot of us were taught to read between the lines, to feel it out, to just see where things go. But here's the truth. Grown, intentional love requires grown, intentional conversations. Okay, listen, the goal is not to interrogate someone, okay? The goal is to create clarity so you're not building fantasy on top of confusion. Now, the first conversation you need is about intentions and capacity, not just what are you looking for in a cute surface level way, but what are you actually available for in this season of your life? Now, here are a few ways you can ask this without sounding stiff. I like our connection and I'm dating with intention. What are you looking for in this season? Do you feel like you have the emotional and practical space for a relationship right now, or are you more in a casual phase? Now, you're looking for 2 things. Alignments. Do their words line up with what you want? And self-awareness. Do they actually know where they are emotionally? And this is where you have to listen up for those red flags. And they could sound like, I'm just seeing what happens. I don't really like labels, I just go with the flow. Another one is, I'm not over my ex, but I don't want to be alone. So green flags would sound like, I'm open to a relationship or serious relationship with the right person, and I'm willing to be intentional about it. Or, I'm still healing from some things, but I'm doing the work and I'm clear that I want partnership. Listen, guys, you're not looking for perfection. You're looking for someone who's honest about where they are and whose season matches yours. So the second conversation is about emotional safety and conflict. This is where you get curious about how they handle hard things, not just a highlight reel. Some gentle ways to ask. When you're upset, do you tend to shut down, talk it out, or need some space first? What's something you learned about yourself from your last relationship? Or how do you usually handle it when you realize you were wrong about something? Now listen closely to how they talk about their exes and past relationships and situations. If every story is about how crazy the other person was, well, that tells you something. You're listening for accountability. Can they own their own part? Regulation. Do they explode, shut down, or lean into communication? Respect. Even when they talk about people they don't like, is there basic respect? Listen, love, you deserve to be with someone who doesn't make you pay for what other people did to them. The third conversation is about lifestyle, boundaries, and time. This is where a lot of people tend to skip steps. You vibe, you like each other, and you just assume that your lives will magically align somehow. But if his idea of quality time is, I'll pull up late when I'm free, and your idea of quality time is, let's plan intentional dates and check-ins, girl, you're going to feel neglected, even if he thinks he's showing up. Now, here are some questions you can ask. What does a typical week look like for you? Work, kids, responsibilities? In a relationship, what does consistency look like to you? Or how do you like to stay connected? Calls, texts, planned dates? Listen, if you're a mom, a caregiver, or you have a demanding career, your time is precious. You need to know, do they respect your responsibilities? Can they handle that you can't be available 24/7? Are they willing to plan and be intentional? Or is everything last minute and chaotic? This is also where you can gently share your own boundaries. For instance, because of my kids, work, etc., I don't really do last minute late night hangouts. Or I feel safest when there's a mix of quality time in person and check ins during the week. Okay, guys, the goal is not to scare someone away, okay? The goal is to make sure you're not agreeing to a rhythm that will slowly drain you. Now, I know some of you are thinking, Sasha, this feels like a lot. I don't want to come off as intense. Here's a reframe. You're not interrogating him, you're inviting both of you into clarity. A simple way to soften it is to lead with your own truth. I'm in a season where I'm dating with intention and I've learned I need to talk about a few things early so I don't waste anyone's time, including my own. I really like where this is going, so I want to make sure we're on the same page about a few things. Now, if someone is seriously interested in you, they won't be scared off by clarity. They may be a little uncomfortable if they're not used to it, but discomfort is different from disrespect. Somebody who truly values you is going to appreciate that you care enough about yourself and about them to be honest. Now, loves, for today, I want you to grab your journal or notes app and answer these questions honestly. 1. Which of these 3 conversations have I been most afraid to have? 2. What am I worried will happen if I ask for this clarity? And 3. What kind of partner would actually welcome these conversations? You don't have to implement everything overnight. Just start by telling yourself the truth on paper. Now, if this helped you, I want you to stay close. We're just getting started. Today was about conversations before access, and the next time we're going to talk about how to recognize when a man is actually emotionally safe versus just emotionally loud and performative. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, follow, save this video, and send it to the friend who always jumps in heart first without asking a single question. I'm Sasha Sage. I love you enough to tell you the truth, and I'll see you next time.